So we feel like, oh man, we came up. This is blah blah blah. Like we feel good about that. We feel excellent about it. But there's more. I feel like it's just me. I just feel like they're just sitting on it. You know what I mean? They're waiting to give it to us.
I don't think companies have any reason to do that.
Yeah.
The only reason to do that would be to get rid of the stock of the stuff that they're already selling. That'd be the only reason. Because sometimes when companies announce a new product's coming, people stop buying the old product. Like Corvette is having a problem with that right now.
Okay.
Because the Corvette, excuse me, they have this car, the ZR1. You seen that thing?
Yep.
It's a demon. It's ridiculous that you could go to a store and buy a car that has that much horsepower. But a lot of people don't want to buy them because then there's a new Corvette coming out in like a year.
Right.
That's a mid-engine, total new design. They don't want to be stuck with the old. So in that sense, they might be holding out on what they're about to be able to do. But like we saw with that foldable phone that Samsung tried to come out with, and then they had to take it back because it was so defective. So many of them were breaking. It was a giant embarrassment, and they pulled the whole thing.
Right.
And now they're trying to rework it and figure out what to do with it. That's like, if a company has something like that happen, and that's the number 2 smartphone company in the world, they're number 1, right? Samsung's number 1. Huawei's number 2, Apple's number 3. That's the number 1 cell phone manufacturer in the world, and they got that kind of a fuck up. There's no way. They're not holding back anything. I don't think so. I think they're trying to sell the best shit they have right now, and then they're in development with the next level shit right now. But as far as like what they can bring to market, what they have is what they bring to market. I think like those on-screen fingerprint sensors, they didn't used to be able to do that. Now they can. Just touch the glass and it reads it. All that shit is like, they're just trying to get it dialed in to the point where they can sell it to enough people and it doesn't break. Like that stupid folding. Did you see that folding screen?
Yeah, it's like a fucking, you could, like, it was a regular phone, but it folded though.
Yeah. And then it would fold open to like an iPad.
To an iPad, yeah, that shit's stupid.
But that thing kept breaking.
Okay.
And, you know, when it came out, everybody's like, holy shit, this is the future. The glass bends.
I think there's like you said, there's like the people who just freak out about whatever's new, right?
Right.
And then there's like shit that really moves you know what I'm saying? Like really changes shit, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And there's a huge difference between those. Like you got the people who just want the new shit, and then you got motherfuckers who's actually like doing shit that changes things forever. Like streaming changed music forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like mini discs and all of that other stupid shit that people were trying to do to change music. It didn't work. You know what I mean? And it didn't exist. So it's like the one thing that stands out and changes things forever. That's what motherfuckers remember. I don't know if they're holding it or not. It is what it is. But like, there's some smart motherfuckers who designed this shit for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, you got people who just consume it and they're just like, oh man, I'm here for whatever, like, you know what I mean? And then I feel like there's a lot of people who understand it and know how to play off of, you know what I mean, those people's emotions. And then that's where you get like, you know what I mean? What we have now. And me personally, I love everything. Like, I'm not a person who like is stuck with the old shit or has to have all of the new shit either. Like, I'm just like obsessed with life in general. Like, all of this shit fucks me up, but it's crazy. It's insane.
We live in insane times.
We live in insane times.
What's cool about today too is that we can go and still like appreciate and use some of the shit from the past, like a record player.
Yeah.
You know, use a record, listen to some old records.
Right.
You know, and then this is how people used to get their music. Mm-hmm. Sit in front of the record player with headphones on. I remember being a kid doing that.
Right.
People would listen to albums. They open up the album, looking at the art. Mm-hmm. That was a big part of an album.
Right.
What was the photo layout? What was the pictures?
It's crazy how everybody thinks like the new shit ruins the older shit too. Like, right. It's like people still enjoy everything.
Yeah.
Man. Like, you know, it's just stages of it.
I love that old shit exists.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Go back and listen to some of that old stuff.
People don't watch tapes anymore though. Like you can't get like a VHS. Like that's not the move.
Yeah. I think those are dead and gone. VHS. Remember like, when someone would give you a copy of a copy and it was all like every now and then it had little lines through it and shit. You get like second, third generation copies from friends.
Yeah. VHSs are done, bro.
You remember? I don't know if you remember this, but you used to be able to buy movies right after they came out, especially in New York, because dudes would sit in the back of the movie theater.
Oh, like the little bootleg joints.
Yes.
Yeah.
You watch the movie from like it was
Like a video camera.
Yeah.
It'd be like in their video and the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy time. Yeah, they weren't hiding shit back then. They were using all of their technology.
Yep. That's everything they had.
That was everything they fucking had.
The crazy thing is that's not that long ago. In terms of the human race, that's not that long ago.
That's the 90s.
That's so recent.
So this is what, 2019, so that's
Yeah.
20 years. So you can go back 23, 24 years maybe.
Imagine if you could see what the fuck 24 years from now is.
It's crazy. I related to like when I was younger in the 90s, because I was like a baby in the 90s. I wasn't even a teenager. So 20 years from then was the 70s.
Yeah.
And shit was totally like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like now from 20 years for that to be the same time frame, like that shit is crazy to me.
You really want to know how crazy it is, man? Get yourself into like a 1970 Plymouth and drive that thing and realize that in 1970, that's how people drove. They drive this thing that like it barely knows where you tell it to go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You could do this with the steering wheel.
They didn't even have power steering in the 60s and shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
you had to turn that thing like
a
this.
lot of them didn't. Yeah, a lot of them didn't. But those cars were terrible. And that was just a few years ago. I mean, in terms of like human history.
Right.
If you looked at a block of time in history, like if you looked at the difference between 1820 and 1840, in our head, it's like, that's the same shit. 1820, 1840, what the fuck was different? There was nothing different.
Yeah.
But if you look at our generation, 40 years ago to now, it's insane.
It's true.
It's insane. It doesn't even make sense.
It's nuts.
We're barely the same thing.
Bruh. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Have you driven a Tesla?
No, I haven't. Pretty good.
They're preposterous. It's a preposterous car.
What's the deal with them?
It's so fast, it doesn't make sense.
Really?
Every other car you drive afterwards will feel stupid. You can drive mine.
You got a Tesla?
Yeah. Yeah, you can drive it.
They're that legit?
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever driven in my life.
Fuck.
It doesn't make any noise.
It makes zero noise. This makes noise. Stop ringing my doorbell. What the fuck is that?
It's a fucking rap music video, entourage style.
This is a
girls in their
girl
underwear,
at my house.
dancing, bottle of champagne.
There's a girl at my house.
Someone just follow you to the camera just to see who rings your doorbell.
Bruh. I do not know who that girl was.
Welcome to the party. What were we just talking about?
Teslas.
Oh, yeah. It's a spaceship. It's next level. If you think that they're holding back anything in the automotive world, drive that thing.
That's the thing. I feel like all cars are gonna look alike, and they're gonna look like Teslas. So you're gonna have the super fast one for like the elite motherfuckers, but then they're gonna have like regular ones, and then we're all gonna have the same car. We're all gonna have the same phone. We're all gonna have the same watch, and we're all because it controls everything. Like they control your house, so it's like everything is integrated. The TV, the Xbox. It's like you all want it in one. So the only way to do that is for everything to be the same. So like if the Tesla is that ill, I never driven one. But if it's that ill, I don't see why people wouldn't be into it. Like
just the pain in the ass is it takes a long time to charge.
Okay.
I mean, even if you have a Tesla supercharger thing, like I have one, a wall-mounted charger it's like more amperage.
That's tight.
It's nice, but it still takes a few hours to charge if it's almost dead.
Okay.
Whereas you can get gas in like 5 minutes.
Exactly. Don't they have like portable chargers?
No.
They ain't do that yet?
No. You need insane amount of power to power that thing.
But how long?
It's got giant batteries in it. It just takes hours and hours to fill up.
That doesn't sound like fun.
Well, because it goes 317 miles.
Did you see this race they did with the tunnel?
What is it?
This two Teslas at the same spot. Like I guess it's in Hawthorne where they have it. The one on the right is using the tunnel.
Oh,
they haven't completed, and the one on the left is going above.
Now, is this tunnel like auto drive?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
got.
fuck
I think
that.
it's got those tracks on the side so that it can stay in
Bro,
place.
look how fast that's
Goes up
going.
to 127 miles an
I
hour.
am so not comfortable with that.
And then it slows right down.
The way that it moves is different. Like,
That's how robots are going to kill us.
That's crazy.
It's so fast. You can't believe how fast it is. That guy's not moving at the top, and the guy's moving very fast.
It takes him 4.5 minutes to go the same time it takes this guy a minute and a half.
But that guy's battery's dead as fuck on the right, I'll tell you that. If you stomp on that thing for that long, you better be prepared for that shit to drain quick, especially when it's in ludicrous mode.
That's what they call it?
Ludicrous mode. Yeah, and now they have ludicrous plus. I don't even want to turn that shit on. I don't need that. What kind of asshole is unhappy with ludicrous mode?
So I was going to ask before, don't you think there's some car company trying to beat them?
Yeah.
Has
Well,
to be, right?
Tesla has a Roadster. Have you seen the Tesla Roadster? Oh my God, Jamie, pull that up. It's a spaceship.
It's a spaceship.
It's a spaceship. That's the Tesla Roadster.
Oh, I like that.
It's a dope looking little car. The roof comes off too.
That's real, huh?
Oh my God, that thing's a demon.
What?
That thing is a demon.
How much does that cost?
I think it's $200,000.
It's real?
Yeah, it's not out yet. They're
okay.
working on it.
Oh, okay.
They're working on releasing it soon. Yeah, 200 grand. Look at that. 1.9 seconds, 0 to 60.
Yeah, I don't need that.
They just seem, the electric
really
cars
nice.
just seem like the future. But again, that one's going to be interesting because it has 600 miles. It can go 660 miles, I think, without charging, which is long distance. Mine's like 317.
Oh, okay.
The ones they have now are like 317.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it's wild.
Like, my mind is literally blown by this shit.
Yeah, mine too.
Like, for real. Like, that shit blows my mind.
Imagine if you're one of those people that makes those things.
Yeah.
Like, that's your job.
I feel like it's like really a process, like scientific, like
Sure.
it's like what's the process of that? Like what are the fuck are they doing like with technology and electricity in a car?
Yeah. And they have all these safety features. They have auto drive.
That's the
drive
thing.
for itself.
It's like it's gonna be so fast, it's gotta have hella safety. Jesus Christ, man. I'm just gonna let you in. I can't turn this thing off. Oh, there it is.
The same girl?
I don't know.
She's persistent.
I don't know what it was.
She's a go-getter.
I don't know. She can even go get something else.
But yeah, man, I mean, it's like, oh, okay, 30, 40 years ago, cars were these stinky, weird things that barely steered right. And now you have these things that seem like they're from a futuristic movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get them right now.
It's crazy, yo. Like, it's insane. Because people like, okay, where are we going to be without transportation? We got to go somewhere, right? We got to get out.